birthday.
You're going to have to talk a little bit more.
More than that?
Yeah, I'm not going to be doing the talking. I just want you to ruminate on everything.
On what everything?
I don't know. Whatever comes to mind.
Well, about 83 years ago today, I was born in Philadelphia at 2225 North 10th Street. And I remember pulling my name out of a hat when all the family gang was present.
You remember that? How old were you?
I was probably a few days old.
Can you remember that?
No, I don't think I remember it, but I can imagine all the people around there and joyously looking at this new little baby boy that joined the family. And we had a big party afterwards, I'm sure. And I grew up on 10th Street for, I don't know, 20 years, I guess. We lived on 10th Street before we moved to New Jersey to 107 Bettlewood Avenue in Oakland, New Jersey. And that's where Arn Everman has a house, I understand. That was on his postponed wedding invitation. And I was anxious to go to the wedding to see his house and visit the old neighborhood. And there was a you could go down the hill on Bettlewood Avenue all the way down to the creek down there, big lake, where I did a little Christmas seal drawing, painting, watercolor, when I was in school at Philadelphia Museum School of Art, of Industrial Art. So that must have been around 20 years after I was born.
What has it meant, all this artwork in your life? What has art meant to you?
Oh, it was a joy. I always enjoyed drawing and painting, and I gave a lot of stuff away. So if people still have it, it may be worth a fortune today. Who knows? If you can get it back, maybe you can double the value of it.
I'm going to need some names.
I don't remember the names.
Well, that's going to make it a little harder.
Well, the people next door on both sides were the only people I guess I knew. So the houses on either side of 107, the Merciers was on one side, and the other side they had some kids there, and they would go down to Philadelphia, where your Aunt Honey and sometimes my stepmother worked at Dick's Market in the Reading Terminal Market, and they would bring all kinds of stuff home. And then some years later, when I had my studio on 16th and Chestnut, wherever it was, Sansom, 16th and Sansom, Mr. Bruns and his wife came up to my studio and took lessons in drawing, and primarily drawing, I guess. And they would bring all kinds of cold cuts and stuff to make sandwiches, and we'd have a great time. And then they even paid us. That was when I had the studio with my school companion, and I can't remember his name offhand. Wilbur Wilkins. We had a great time there. We fixed the place up by getting materials from the Quaker Storage Company like paint and wood, and we built the place up, painted it up, and we had a studio there for, I guess, a couple of years while we were going to the Pennsylvania Academy. And it was a lot of fun. You know, when you look back, you can think of all the fun kind of stuff I had when I was in my 20s, early 20s, before I went to Mexico with my other buddy at the Pennsylvania Academy.